Hello and welcome back to the Great Circle. I am TJ, developer for the game. I want to thank you for joining me on this beautiful December 17th, Thursday. How are holidays going for you guys? I hope you guys are doing pretty well. And I am bringing you another live dev stream for the Great Circle. Now, if you're new and you don't know what the Great Circle is, it is an upcoming animal survival game. Very much like games out there right now, like The Isle or Path of Titans. This one focuses on African animals living in an African caldera. Lots of big things coming up very, very soon. There's been a lot of progress made on just putting a lot of the systems in place that we've been trying to put into place. A lot of stuff has been going on. So the next dev update, which should be coming very, very soon, is going to have a bunch of stuff people have been asking for, waiting for, and I'm really excited for. Especially looking forward to the end of the year Christmas goal that I had of getting a build out to people to try and play just ahead of launching anywhere like on Steam or putting our own launcher out. We would like to put the game in the hands of a few people, or actually as many people as we can, for free, and just get some feedback, see what you guys think, and apply that feedback, and then take the next steps of doing some posting it on Steam, wherever else we might do it, our website, and possibly getting some fundraising to make the game even better. But it's looking very, very, very likely that there is going to be a build out by the end of the year. So I know that it was kind of like, oh, if I could have it, the best case scenario would be by the end of this year. It was very optimistic. Now it's looking very probable. So 2 weeks to go. I think that we will be doing it. I think we're gonna make it. All right, so let's get to work. I've been up all night. It's just been one of those things, got momentum. You just keep on rolling with it. Hi, Milan, the one. Welcome to the stream. You have a question for Path of Titans? Cool. I'll answer it if I can. Let me switch the screen over while we're working on this here. And what I'm going to be doing today is some work on the elephant. Basically getting some variation in the tusk for the adults. And that should be it. Should be a simple thing, right? It's not going to turn into a 2-hour stream for a 30-minute task, right? That's never happened before. And you can just go ahead and shoot those questions whenever you are ready. I'm just going to go ahead and get started on the elephant here. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to consider this version 2. I already have a version of the females with low or no tusk. Let's go ahead and make sure our versions are correct. Let's see here. So we're going to go ahead and dupe. Now we have a version 2. I'm going to go back to version 1. And I'm going to delete the tusk because I want a model that does not have tusk. I'll leave that like so. Okay, now we'll go back to the one that does have tusk. So I think what makes sense is to do a progressive modeling of the tusk. So what I'll do is this one, I'll make the tusk real short, and the next one will be longer, and so on and so forth. And I'll make sure to do some that are crooked. We want some variation. That looks good. Okay, now I will dupe that. All right, version 3, I think I'm gonna go even shorter with the tusk. If I can. Like short and stubby. Alright, so Milan says, when you get the full game, do you buy it from Path of Titans website or the home screen of the game itself? I believe they basically, now just to let you know, I'm not actually a dev for Path of Titans. I play Path of Titans. I do a bunch of videos, combat videos for Path of Titans, but I'm not actually a dev for the game itself. I'm only a dev for the Great Circle. But now, as I understand it, you can buy the game from the website directly, or if, let's say, you downloaded the launcher but you haven't bought the game yet, the launcher basically links you back to buy the game from the website. So you can get it from both places. And the pricing, I believe, starts at $15 for just the mobile version. $20 gets you the mobile and the PC version, and then if you do $30, I believe that gets you the everything plus the plus the pre-release access stuff. So stuff that they are going to have available on day one of the full launch, but they give it to you kind of early if you paid the $30. If you didn't pay the $30, you're still going to get that stuff, but on the launch day. So you just basically $10 more get you extra stuff. Oh, and by the way, not the home screen of the game, the home screen of the launcher. The thing that launches the game is what would let you buy the game if you haven't bought it yet. Let's see here. And just double check those prices. I think I'm right. Could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Could do like one longer. Yo, what up, Ellis? Pricing was like a little bit confusing at times because the way they have it listed, it's like you're not sure if you have the full version, if you have like the pre-release, it just wasn't very clear. I think they need to update it a little bit. On mobile, if you pay $15, you get all the stuff. Yep, on mobile. If you only paid $15, I don't believe they give you the PC copy of the game or the Mac copy. But some people only want to play on mobile anyway, so that's actually a good deal. Let's see here. Oh man, I didn't know it's skewed like that. Can't have that. There we go. That's more like it. Turn this one out a little bit. Turn this one in more. Well, I guess it just looks weird. Oh no, it looks skinny. That looks kind of weird. Okay, so I'm going to have to stretch it back out. And I'll just push it up higher. Who's gonna notice? When I get a PC, cool, I just put my account, but I already use for it, and just log in and have all this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. If you only did 15 and you get the PC, I don't know if you'll have it. I don't think you'll have the full version. Man, I just had to go through an issue resolving an upgrade that went wrong, because I had the $20 version because I do the PC, and I wanted to upgrade to get the Sarcosuchus, and somehow it got messed up. It took them like freaking 15 days to resolve the issue, but we all good now. Let's see here. There we go. It's clipping a little bit, but I think that's good enough. Let's see how the animation looks. Show me your tusk. I want to see him move his trunk so I can see if it's clipping into it. Looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. I don't think there'll be any issues, except when maybe he tries to take a drink, opens his mouth a little bit. You might see the tusk trick that I did. But I think this looks pretty good. Let's compile that, save it, move on to our next version. Which one is this? This is version 3. Yeah. Version 2, I forgot to turn the animations back on. It's version 2. Alright, we're gonna save our work, and we're gonna dupe. Let's get version 4 going. Gonna need him to sit still. Oh, there we go. Alright, so now I think I'm going to do crooked. Leopards are cool. You should have them in the game. Absolutely, Ellis. And we will have leopards in the game. Actually, we have one leopard. It's not a great model. It's kind of basic and just kind of get your foot in the door kind of thing. But we do have a model. Actually, I'm a little behind on the leopard work, but I'm going to get it up to speed pretty soon. But absolutely, leopards are cool because I want to do the whole tree climbing thing. I want to have it where you can take your food up into the trees. Let's see here. Leopards will have that special ability Basically, every things the gameplay, the survival thing for the game is going to be in phases for the Great Circle. So it's like you have the phase where you first start out and you're growing to adulthood. I would say that that's phase 1 of the game, where you start out, you grow, and your goal is just to survive, basically survive to get to adulthood. And now once you get to adulthood, that begins a whole new phase. You live differently. You can travel more, you're stronger, you can defend yourself better. You're trying to establish yourself as a adult animal at that point. So and then it's about gaining new abilities and things, things that you can do as an adult that wasn't available to you as you were growing. So there's going to be, the gameplay is going to be different. Like, growth is just a beginning. Growth is a very important part of the survival aspect for a lot of games, but that's just where it begins, because once you grow, then you're trying to do adult stuff, like travel and herd and find a mate and form a family and all the adult things. Gain abilities. Oh, that moved. I gotta fix that. So we're gonna do more than just run from water source to water source or food source to food source. We're gonna live like animals. Let's see. We're gonna survive, but then we're gonna move on to thriving. Let's see here. I can't wait till this game is out. Wait, when will it be ready? So, good question. I believe I'm going to have the first build of the game ready for testing for you guys to kind of play it on a single player basis. The multiplayer won't be ready yet, but I'm going to have a build for you guys to play the single player and give some feedback so that we can make sure we're heading in the right direction before we start to do things like launch alphas on Steam and start to do fundraising for better features and stuff like that. I want to get it into you guys' hands, and I feel like I can do that by the end of this year. With all the progress that happened over the last 48 hours, I feel like I'm going to be able to make that deadline. So December 31st is what I'm shooting for, and right now I feel really confident. It won't be in its final form, but there'll be a lot for you guys to take a look at and give some feedback on. Let's see. This right tusk can come out just a bit more. I'm excited to show you guys the progress. I've been working so hard on it. I just want to do one more thing that has to do with the combat. That's basically the last piece before I do the next update, where I go over all the features that we worked on. The combat is just the last piece of that. Let's see. I think that looked kind of good. It's crooked. I like it. Okay, let's do the animation. And wouldn't that make a good Christmas present? You know? You get a brand new game for free. Let's see. Okay, it's clipping out of the left side a little bit. Well, I guess I should call it a tech demo. It's not actually a full game, but it will have quite a bit of functionality in there. good. Hard to see from this side. Okay. The lit. Forgot how to swing the light around in this little editor thing. Okay, I think that's good. Let's do one more crooked. That one is version 4. Dupe. Will there be Asian elephants as well? You know, I was testing with the Asian elephants, but I don't think that there will be Asian elephants. I don't think it's necessary, because we do have the African elephant. It looks better. Let me see here. See, I got an Indian elephant. But that was for the old AI that I was testing with. The new AI is much better, and the new elephant, the African elephant model I have, is much better than the Indian elephant. Yeah, I think the skin's not working. Like, we got more and better animations. This one's not a bad model when it has the skin on, at least. I just prefer the elephant, the African elephant much better. African elephant's bigger. You know we favor big animals, big strong ones, whatever's the biggest and baddest. But this one's kind of nice too. I just prefer the African elephant. There is always the possibility that he could join the exotic roster, because we do have a place on the animal roster for exotic animals. That is animals that actually are not native to Africa and don't have established populations, even as an invasive species. We did add the cassowary is an exotic animal. So we will have some animals that are on our exotic list. I didn't really see, but the cassowary kind of fills a gap that was in the roster, because we don't have ostrich yet, and we needed a flightless bird to start prototyping and testing with. So the cassowary actually had a need. Elephant, we already have it, so it's like we don't really have a need, but there's always a possibility. Let's see. I mean, fun is one of the top priorities, so even if something isn't 100% scientifically where we thought we'd go in the beginning, I mean, if it adds value with fun, it's possible we might add it. Let's see. Alright, let's go to, this was 4. Alright, here's 5. 5, I need to do something different with the tusk now. Hello, governors. What about addicts? What's that? I'm not sure what that is. Time to pop out Google. Give me a second to find out what that is. Oh, this. Okay, I know what this is. This reminds me of the kudu. I would like to have it. I'm actually looking for more impalas and gazelle type things. I think I would have a hard time finding this because I was having a hard time even finding the kudu. But this is a nice animal. I like it. Let me see which region it's from. Also known as the white antelope. Yeah, with the screw horns. I thought I saw this on Discovery once. Sahara Desert. That's a cool animal. I'll add it to the list. We'll keep our eyes open. If we find a decent model, we'll be able to add it. Let's see. Actually, it'd be a higher priority than the other one because it's actually native. That's a good suggestion. Nothing's wrong with the kudu. I love the kudu. The problem is, basically, it's the less common an animal is, the harder it is to find. Like anyone who's already worked on it, or would work on it. So it's like there's probably not an addicts model. You would have to probably do that custom. Could kangaroos be one of the exotic? Potentially. I was thinking about kangaroo. Let me check something out real quick about kangaroos now that I think about it. You guys think kangaroo would be fun to play? I know I was looking for the kangaroo rat. Red kangaroos probably be the most interesting. Man, these things look jacked. I mean, look at them. They look like they lift weights. They're so dangerous too. It's a very endangered animal. The Addix is very endangered. I think I heard about that. Which makes me want to have it even more. Will rhinos be playable in the Great Circle? Absolutely. Absolutely, rhinos will be playable. We got a rhino model. Haven't made it playable, but I will eventually. I would like a better model for the rhino. We got the white rhino. Let me see here. This was not bad, but I mean, you could do better. This will do for now. Then we can get a better model. But yeah, absolutely. This thing almost looks like a black rhino. Okay, let's see here. Got a little sidetracked. Kick things to death. Absolutely. The rhino actually already has a trample tag on it, I haven't put in trample damage yet, but it's going to have trample just like elephant will, and buffalo will have some trample. So you will be able to, actually, I think it has a kick animation. No, it actually doesn't. We would have to do that custom. But at least you got your basic horn attack and trample. It's part of the other reason that it will take a little longer to add the rhino, because it's so limited right now. It's basically all you'd be able to do for attack. Obviously, I can make that animation look better. I can make it look faster, more dangerous. But I would like to see it have more animations. Like, it doesn't really have like a lot of detail like the elephant does. Like, it doesn't have like a sit down. Actually, does it? It's got some nice idles. Let's see here. It's just very, very, very basic. Is the only reason I haven't made it playable yet. So I figured it looked kind of good as like scene filler, just to have the AI running around as Rhino. I can get it playable, no problem. It won't be very impressive. It'll be a little while before we can make the Rhino really impressive. Will there be weathers? Absolutely. Right now, I mean, we only got rain and fog, but what we're going to do is we're going to have snow, we're going to have sleet, and we're also going to have seasons. So the climate will change over the year. So, and that will affect and exacerbate, the weather, how often you get rain, how intense the rain is. Temperature is we have that ability right now. I'm just not focused on it, but yeah, when the winter time comes, that'll play into survival, how often you need to move around, where you need to sleep. You know what I mean? Can you survive out in the open on your own, or do you really need to have a family group to keep you warm? That kind of stuff is very interesting to me. But a little further down, but absolutely weather's going to be a thing. They put the rock to shame. What puts the rock to shame? There are only 3 Addixes in the wild. Are you kidding me? 3? Holy, that thing's almost extinct. Are you really saying there's 3 Addixes in the wild right now? Let me check something. It's critically endangered. Let's see. Red list critically endangered species is one that has been categorized by the International Union for Conservation of Nature as facing an extremely high risk of extinction in the wild. Dang. As of 2020, there are 6,811. Whoa, that's not much. So it's not 3. There's 6,811 that are considered to be. I wonder how many of those are captive. There can't be. Most of that has to be wild. So as far as recent as 2020, they're estimating 6,000. That's not many. That's basically getting ready to go extinct. What are their predators though? Oh, humans are hunting them too. That's the thing. Humans, lions, leopards, everything is hunting them. Wild dogs. I wonder, they don't see, now that I'm looking at it, I thought it was it looked like a stronger impala from the picture, but it looks more like a goat. That thing might not be fast enough to get away from the lions and stuff in the savannah. It's got those big horns, but they're so long, they may not be effective for fighting. Well, that's a cool animal, actually. Definitely gonna see what I can do for the addicts. Beautiful. My favorite animal alive today. It's sad to see it getting hunted to extinction. The addicts is your favorite animal? Will there be fall damage and bone break? Yes, absolutely. In fact, something that I've been testing is like I was testing the idea of you being, if you're a bird and you break your wing, you know, how hard is it going to be for you to survive on the ground for a few nights? Definitely bone break is going to be in. And I'm really interested in seeing how that affects the bird players. Fall damage absolutely as well. Kangaroos, they are so jacked. They are. My research might be a little outdated. It changes quickly. Like he said, here today, gone tomorrow. Northern white rhinos are 99% extinct, except only 2 to 3 females left. Oh yeah, I know that basically is extinct. Now they were looking at, what I was looking at online was they had a project where they said they feel like they successfully have saved it. I think because they got the eggs and they have the I guess the sperm, so now they have a bunch of chances to, you know, artificially inseminate and, you know, have them give live birth. So they think that they've saved it, but it's like they haven't saved it yet. Hopefully they do. And I saw that they have like 24-hour anti-poaching guards posted around them, just following them around. That's crazy. Oh, the rhinos are your favorite. Okay. Well, we're gonna have the rhino for you then. Let me see here. I forgot which version I was on. That's 4. Here's 5. 5 is the one I'm on. All right, so what am I gonna do with 5? I need a little inspiration. Let me see if I can find a quick reference photo. Yeah, at least they're in better shape. 19,000. At least they're in better shape than the freaking addicts. The addicts is basically a few steps out the door.
Hey, what's up everybody? In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can get started in Unreal Engine 4 if you're a complete beginner. The Unreal Engine...
Where was that when I needed it? Let's see here. Often. I'm just gonna see if I can find a crooked tusk one. I joke around saying rhinos have bad eyesight because they've been on the computer for too long. You know, that theory may hold water. They do have terrible eyesight. Maybe I could do this. Okay, they're having success at their park. Alright, I'm gonna try to do these tusks. Might be a little hard. I'm gonna have to shorten these. Close enough, right? They look like relatives. I need to make the elephant playable. It's such a good model with a lot of animations. I'm dragging my feet on that. I need to hurry up and do it. Alright, now I need one with really long tusk. Just realized about the Java rhinos. How many are left? Java rhinos? Oh, these? Huh. One horn rhinos, very rare member of the family. These are the ones that live in Asia. The Javan rhino. Yo, they're critically endangered too. Oh, wait, hold on. I got that number wrong. That's 6,811 species that are considered to be critically endangered. That wasn't saying 6,800 addicts are left. Jeez. Shrinking for the last 3,000 years. Starting around 1000 BC, the northern range of rhinoceros extended into China, but began moving southward of roughly 0.5 kilometers per year. It's crazy how accurate they can be with these estimations as human settlements increased in the region. Likely became locally extinct in India. In the first decade of the 20th century, the Javan rhino was hunted to extinction. Wow, so it actually is extinct. Hold on, the Javan rhino was hunted to extinction on the Malay Peninsula by 1932. The last one on Sumatra died out during World War II. They were extinct from Chittagong and the Sundarbans by the middle of the 20th century. By the end of the Vietnam War, the Vietnamese rhinoceros was believed extinct across all of mainland Asia. Local hunters and woodcutters in Cambodia claimed to have seen Javan rhinos in the Cambodian mountains, Cardamom Mountains, but surveys of the area failed to find any evidence of them. In the late 1980s, a small population was found. Well, then they weren't extinct. In the 1980s, a small population was found in the Cat Tien area of the Vietnam. However, the last individual of that population was shot in 2010. A population may have existed on the island of Borneo as well, though those specimens could have been the Sumatran rhinoceros, a small population of which still lives there. This is confusing. This thing looks extinct. I know I've seen a special on these. Will rhinos have short and blurry vision? No, that would not be fun. Nobody wants to play a game that they can barely see. Now, there may be other things that we can do that, make the rhinoceros gameplay a particular challenge, but I don't think that blurring the vision would be very fun for people, even if it is scientifically accurate. I think fun has to take a higher priority in that aspect. But let me know. You guys let me know if you want to play a rhinoceros with blurry vision. That would be interesting. If we got a whole bunch of comments and stuff saying, hey, you should put the rhinoceros in the game, it should have blurry vision, we'll actually play it. That would be crazy, just watching a bunch of rhino players just stumble around. They would actually be behaving just like rhinos. Oh, there goes your favorite animals. Yep, looks like they were gone. I mean, and to bring that animal in to the game would be extraordinarily difficult because there's no way I can find a model of that animal. That's a rare type of rhinoceros. Let's see. I think this one is done. I need the long tusk one now. Start closing these other ones. This one's tusk could be turned out a little more. Stop moving. Maybe we should have the option to have blurry vision or not. Like we can turn it off. Oh, well, that's a good suggestion. I'll just leave it up to the player. That way, if you get hunted by a pack of lions or something, and you had your blurry vision on, I can be like, hey, well, it was your fault. You could just turn the option off. I keep feeling like these tusks look a little thin. You know what? That looks fine. Don't need to nitpick this. Yeah, if it's an option, I think that's fine. Has work on the cheetah started yet? And is the aardvark still planned? So the aardvark is on the list, but I haven't. I can't say it's planned yet until I see a viable model. I haven't found a model just yet, but I am looking. It's on my list that I'm checking every day and looking in different places for. But as of right now, it would look like that would take some custom work. Although I have been in contact with a modeler who kind of is just kind of doing these weird. He's not like most modelers, like most 3D modelers, they stick to a certain genre or whatever. This person is like butterfly, bird. He's just kind of random out there. So it's like he might be the one that just one day, aardvark, you know. The cheetah work hasn't begun yet because there hasn't been a model that, well, let's say the one that looks like we could get, I don't think we want it. It's not great. The cheetah may need some custom work, and it's surprising because the cheetah is not as obscure and rare as some of these other animals. I would have thought that I found like at least 5 good cheetah models by now, but I haven't. But it's definitely a high priority. It's a popular animal, obviously, but we got to keep our eyes open for it because it's like still haven't found anything. Like it would almost be a waste of time for me to work with the one that I saw, because by the time I finish it, maybe there'd be a decent one. This one is like maybe half decent. Assuming cheetah has the speed and not the stam. You know, it's definitely got to have that speed. I don't know about the stam though. It would make sense to balance it that way. Like if it gets a lot of speed, then maybe it needs a longer stam regen time or a longer stam build up time. Not too sure yet, but definitely it's gotta be speedy, and that's something I'm really interested in. I want to see what it's like to actually play as a cheetah, like run after something at 50-60 miles an hour as a cheetah. That'd be sick. Like, I want to see what that's like. Also assuming cheetah players and gazelle players will hate each other. Oh, I think they will. I think they will. The animals are natural enemies, and I think, you know, Team Gazelle and Team Cheetah may be going at it. Let's see here, where was it? Alright, so we're going to do number 6 now. And save our work. Didn't I have some more tusk? Let me see. I'm really also hoping that the constrictor mechanics look decent, because I know we have the venomous snakes. They're gonna be fine, but the constrictors are gonna be a little tricky because that involves not just striking an enemy and just, you know, they strike you, you strike them. To do the boa constrictor thing, you'd have to like latch on to an enemy, So there's got to be a mechanic where you control your opponent's movement for a little bit, and it's got to be something that isn't where you push a button and they can't do anything. They should be able to try to fight it back a bit. But I am definitely working on the constrictor mechanics. So for the African rock python and any other constrictor type snakes, where is the thing? Oh, here it is. Let me see here. And what was the other thing that is similar to that somebody asked me earlier? It had to do with, what was the question? Let me see if I can find it. Is this the forest elephant or bush elephant? Oh, I don't know. Did they classify them like that? I thought they all went into the bush. I know they can all push trees down, which it looks like we're going to be able to do that too. Turns out we can actually we can transform models based on input from characters, so it's like we could actually have them push trees down. Let's see here. One second, I'm trying to find that question. Oh, here it is. Somebody was asking about, I think it was about venom. That's not the one related to the constrictor thing. But if anyone's wondering, yes, there's going to be venom in the game because we have venom in snakes. Let me see. I can't find the question. It was a good question. Maybe I'll find it later. Oh, he asked me another question. He said, will there be animals that does not live in Africa, such as Australian kangaroo and Asian tiger? Yep. I gotta respond to this in writing because that's where he wrote it to me. But in case you guys are wondering, that's what the exotic roster list is for. So we have a roster of animals that are not native and are not considered invasive species either, and do not have an established population. Those are all categories of animals, where animals can be living in Africa, but they're not considered native. And they can also be living in Africa, not considered native, and considered invasive. So we do have animals like the cassowary, which is from Australia and other places. That one's not native. It doesn't have an established population, but it'd be fun to play as. And it actually is good testing for when we get the ostrich. Let's see. Also, the box turtle is not native and not an invasive species either, and that one's in the game. Yeah, I'm going to play as an elephant and just take down trees and make the giraffe players' lives harder. You going to take their food sources down? Jeez. Where is... Oh, yeah. We're on 5, 6. We're on 6. All right, so for 6... Oh, yeah, I was looking for Tusk. Let me see. Where's my Tusk? Need to see if I have any other Tusk that I can use. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's what I needed. Okay. Yeah, we got a bunch of these here. So I'm just gonna, let's see, number 5. Let's try 5. I should have been, I've been doing all this with just one tusk. Wait, is this 5? Alright, here's Tusks 5. Oh, that one's broken. I like it. Yeah, let's do this one. Gonna have one with a broken tusk. Yoink. I'm gonna socket this to the right side. Now I'm gonna bring it over. I hope they fix it in the future where it just goes right into the socket. I don't have to do all this weirdness. Saucy says, oh yeah, I wonder how the giraffe is gonna work. How long it will take to grow. Good question. Not sure. I mean, my instinct says that bigger animals should take longer to grow. They're going to be more powerful. They're going to be, harder to hunt when they get bigger. Kind of like big dinos in the aisle or something, but we'll see. Every animal's got to have its own kind of experience. Once you're a big giraffe or a big elephant, there's not really a lot other animals can do. But you're gonna have to watch out for poachers if you're an elephant. That's gonna be a threat. You're not gonna have players playing the humans, but humans will be a threat in the game if you're a large elephant or rhino. So just be careful. Nightmare says, I feel like snakes should be able to stay without food for maybe 2 real life days, because snakes can stay without food for 1 to 2 weeks or more depending on what they eat. Absolutely. Snakes can go way longer than that. You know, some snakes, I mean, they eat a meal. They may not need to eat again for like months and months and months. But how that translates to game time, I'm not totally sure. I believe a constrictor probably should have a slower metabolism. So it's like you should be able to go longer without food. But then you can't make the game play so that, you know, there's no challenge in not needing to look for food. So we'll see. The thing is, a lot of this is theory until we start to try to see how it is actually play as the animal. I kind of have my ideas about how, you know, the different types of gameplay will work. You know, birds versus the land animals versus, you know, the semi-aquatics like the crocodiles versus, you know, the slithering snakes, the scorpions. You know, it's interesting. But that does make you make a good point in terms of realism about snakes, you know, not needing to eat for long periods of time. We'll see. We shall see. It's a possibility. Big Bob is back. He had to get on a Zoom meeting. Welcome back, Bob. Is the leopard planned? Yep, leopard is planned. Big plans for the leopard. We're doing a whole drag mechanic just for the leopard. Let's see here. Man, I like this whole tusk being cut thing. I feel like the left one should be really long. Humans aren't playable. God, thank you. Yeah, I think that would be kind of boring. Humans just running around with guns shooting everything. But AI humans, that can be fun and interesting. You'll never know where exactly you'll see them, but you'll know what to look for. Like if you start seeing those like unmarked trucks in the area, you could be sure there's probably poachers just kind of roaming around the woods, not too far away from the trucks. And if you see human tracks, if you see human artifacts, you know, human things left behind in the bush, it's probably a good indication that you need to get out of the area, because you're big and you're easy to spot. Let's see here. I like it. I like this a lot. Let's see. The view below. I think it's in the hole. I'll turn on the animation and see how it looks. So snakes would be sort of AFK grow. That's the thing that I'm wondering. Snakes not needing to eat, it means it does create the potential for people to AFK grow, which I don't know if I have an opinion about that yet. You know what I mean? That's a viable method of growth in other games and stuff. I'm not sure that that's a bad thing. I just don't want it to be boring, right? Like if you don't need to eat, what's the motivation to going, moving around and doing the whole first phase, which is the whole growth phase. Growth is going to be the first phase in the game. And if you don't do anything in the first phase, it'd be kind of boring. I do want the animals to have some the players to have some motivation to move around and stuff. If it becomes the case that we make it so that the snakes don't have to, at least some of the snakes don't have to eat very much, then that means we got to ramp it up in other areas. So maybe they don't have to eat much, but they need to go to water more frequently. Or maybe they spawn in certain habitats where they do need to move around a bit more, or else they're going to get found by certain predators that prey on those kind of snakes. So there needs to be balance. So if we bring down the need for food, then we got to bring up the need for other things. Like we got to bring up the need for changing your habitat more often, bring up the need for water. We got to balance it. Yes, leopard is my favorite animal. That's good. We figured it'd be a popular animal. It's right up there with cheetah, lions. It's a popular animal for sure. Wait, humans can't hunt you if you don't have tusk, and you can still use your massive size and trunk to defend yourself. It's true, you can defend yourself, but I believe that humans are going to be basically the most dangerous creature in the game. Human with a gun beats anything. If you don't have tusk, that's an interesting thing, right? Like, if you don't have tusk, then there really shouldn't be a need to go after you. But I didn't say there wouldn't be trophy hunters. You know, those people who go on vacation and they go just to hunt, and in like African conservation and stuff, they like pay like a fee or something like that. There's like a conservation fee in a lot of places where they actually use the money to like to help the rest of the animals, but they'll give like those certain those like I forget what's the term, like they hunt like for fun, like they go to Africa, they hunt something big, they like pay like $500,000, they pay something stupid like that, but they do use that money to basically they protect the other animals against poachers and stuff, so there's some good that comes out of it. But yeah, there's definitely there's the threat of poaching, but there may be, I'm not sure yet, there may be the threat of like trophy hunting, like humans that will hunt animals not just to get like the ivory, not just to get the tusk, but just to have hunted them. And those humans will look different. Like, they won't be dressed like mercenaries and stuff, like the poachers and stuff. They'll look like people on a vacation. They'll look like ordinary people. I have an idea that may or may not work. Shoot. Let's hear it. Lose my tusk. Well, that's a good idea. That's actually it's actually smart. But it may only defend you against one type of human is the thing. So maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's not a good thing. Maybe you don't have control over that. Maybe, I don't know yet. I'm still looking into how this system might work. Like, I'm looking into the idea of random natural deformities where every animal has something about them that's different. Like, maybe the ears are not the same size. Maybe it's born with like a certain birthmark, or there's just something that distinguishes every animal from every other animal, even if it's the same species. I'm looking at the idea of having something like that implemented. So maybe it might be that you spawn in as an animal that's going to have tusk. It's going to eventually grow long tusk, but you may get an elephant that has short tusk, or you may get an elephant that like maybe you actually will have it to where you break your tusk off in a fight or something like that. Maybe it takes a while to go up, to grow back. Maybe we'll have it where you can break them off yourself if you're like bending trees or something like that. There's a lot of possibilities, which is exciting. I could still use my trunk and massive size to fight off lions. Yep, actually that's like the main attack for elephant. I'll show you. Let me see here. Let's look at some attack animations. Let's see. Here's one of the attacks. This is with the low poly model. So you're going to be able to do that. Just wreck people with that. And let's see. Also, you have this. And you have the stomp. Check that out. So elephants, no. You don't want to get into a careless battle with an elephant. It's the most powerful creature in the game. After humans. Human with a gun beats everything. Wait, black mambas will be one. Yes. Black mambas will be one of the snakes that will be in the game. Absolutely. Black mamba. It will be the fastest snake. That's going to be, it's like every animal is going to have like its standout ability or whatever. The ability you're going to have right away with the black mamba is just speed. You're just going to be able to just zoom through the grass so quickly. And of course it has venom. But absolutely, black mamba is going to be in the game. So as soon as we see humans, just KOS them. If you can get away with it, KOS them. You know, if you get a chance, kill it. I mean, if you get close enough to a human where you can see it and actually hurt it, if you don't kill it, it's probably going to shoot you before you can run away. No mercy, just KOS. Is this live only, the Great Circle related? Yes, this live is. I do other lives where I like Path of Titans on my personal channel is the main videos that I make. But since I'm developing this game, also I'm doing videos on this too. So this particular stream is just a Great Circle. But if you see the other stream and it says Path of Titans, it'll just be Path of Titans. I try not to mix the two. Will the elephant have a back kick to defend its back? And will it have trample damage? It will have trample damage. I'm not sure about the back kick. I think it should have the back kick. I don't think I have the back kick right now though. I have the 3 attacks. I have the upwards trunk attack, the side trunk attack. Let me see here. Oh wait, there's one I missed. There's 4 attacks. The stomp was the 4th one. I missed number 3. Oh wait, did I do that one already? Let me see. What was the other one? Attack 2. Oh, it's the same thing, just to the other side. So you kind of have like a side to side, use your trunk, use your tusk thing here. And I guess just depending on which side you're facing, you'll do that. But I think there should be a backward kick. Let me double check. Nope, no kick. But he should have a backward kick. So that's the thing about elephants though. There's usually family groups of them. So if you have enemies in your front and your back, the other elephant should be able to watch your back. But that's the thing. No animal is completely invulnerable. Elephants, pretty much almost untouchable if when facing anything that's not like super swarming and overwhelming. But I mean, you probably aren't going to find a lone elephant. They're usually, except a bull, but that's the thing. The bulls are the biggest and strongest. They go off on their own because they're like ornery and mean. You don't want to try to fight a bull. If you're going to hunt an elephant, you probably want to go for the baby or like a weak one, like a sudden sick. Will the African rock python be in the game? Yes. Hopefully. I'm looking for that model so hard. I'm up in everybody's DMs like, hey, are you going to work on the African rock python? Hey, do you have an African rock python coming out? I have other pythons, and I'm even toying with the idea of just getting one of the other ones and just reskinning it myself. But if I have to do that, that's what I got to do. The African rock python is too cool. We got to have it. That's like the main snake that I'm looking for, that I know is just going to be a little more difficult to find. Just because people don't think of it first when they go to make assets and stuff like that. People go to make assets, they usually focus on common stuff that, you know, that's most likely to end up in a game. Not a lot of African animal games out there. So it's like, you may not think of that one first. The other thing with the African rock python is that's the mechanic that I'm testing right now is for constrictors like the African rock python. They don't kill with venom. They kill by grabbing onto something, wrapping around with their coils, and choking the life out of it. So I'm trying to, if the system that I think is going to works, we'll definitely have the African rock python one way or the other. If that system does not work, then it may have to go on the back burner, because if I can't get the python to wrap around its prey, if I can't get a holding system where both players kind of fight for control, one fights to get away, the other one fights to kind of wrap them up and kill them, that can't work in a fluid way, then there's no point in really bringing in the snake, because it's like, why have an African rock python that can't constrict anything to death? Maybe if we can like kill humans for a certain amount of times, we should be like a wanted animal. Yeah, like you get hunted by the local village if you kill enough people. Potentially. What's your obsession with killing all these people? Not that you shouldn't be suspicious of humans. We might have it so that, like, if you say, I don't know, step on a child from a local village, the parents may come trying to hunt and kill you. Because the poachers aren't the only kind of humans. They're the two main kinds of humans that are being worked on and stuff are the poachers and the farmers. The farmers aren't really looking for any trouble. The farmers are just trying to keep herbivores from eating their crops. So they're going to basically kind of be guard duty type AI, just guarding the herbivores from coming in, getting the good greens and stuff. But they could turn bad. They could turn violent if, like, say you hurt one of the people. They could send out like the local tribe warriors and stuff. So that would actually be kind of cool. Have a higher chance of getting targeted by poachers and trophy hunters. That actually makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. A particular animal would have a higher chance. That means, like, we can up the percentage that you'll run into people if you kill humans. It'll go from like 17% to like 70%. You basically are definitely going to be done for eventually. Eventually they're going to get you. I think this is working. Forgot to check the bottom. This works. I could fix it later if it isn't. Yeah, that works. Alright, one more model. I need perfect long horns. Or tusk. Yeah, that's actually the first thing I thought of when you started saying that. I thought of Grand Theft Auto. Alright, think we're done with this. So how many creatures are playable so far? Let's take a look-see, actually. I've been adding them like crazy. Let's see. Turn the animation back on first. Don't want to forget that. Alright, you're free now. You can go. Actually, now I want to see him spawn. Let's look at our playable roster real quick. So we do have our AI, but these are for the players only. Let's see. We have Box Turtle, Kasuari, Golden Eagle, Komodo Dragon. The lions are actually not really playable. Meerkat, we're at 5 right there. Monarch Butterfly 6, Puff Adder 7, Seagull 8, Secretary Bird 9, Snapping Turtle 10, Sparrow 11, Sulcata Tortoise 12, Swan 13, Tawny Owl 14, and White Stork 15. We're at 15 playable creatures at launch as of right now for the player. It's not a bad number. The only thing I'm not happy with is, so we have the land-based animals, but we do have a shortage comparatively speaking. We got Meerkat on the ground, we got Komodo Dragon on the ground, we got these three turtles on the ground. We need more. Oh, actually, we got the Puff Adder. I'm happy about that. We got a lot of birds though. It's like half the roster is birds. Well, we do have a flightless bird. Actually, that should count as ground. We have the Golden Eagle. That one's fun. Sparrow, Seagull. Actually, there's 2 other birds that I don't have in here that are playable. The crow and the pigeon are both actually playable. They're just, I should move them over to this folder. The swan is technically not fully playable. I didn't finish the animation stuff, but it's going to be. I can do that easily. The wolf is actually not playable. The wolf is just a prototype character. That's kind of the same case with the lions. I was just testing them as prototypes. So the wolf and the lions don't really count. Now the lions are going to be eventually. It's just the lion is probably going to be the most popular creature in the game. You gotta have a good model for the lion. The models that I have are not good. They're like half decent at best. Half decent. And wolves don't live in Africa. The only thing that they do have is the Ethiopian wolf or the golden wolf. I do want to put those in, but the wild dog is a higher priority than those. That one is gonna be in, but that needs custom work. Let's spawn the elephants in and see what happens. We'll use this spawner right here. What if elephants like protect tribes from lions and stuff, and we gain a trust thing from the tribe? I don't think that will be the case. Like, I don't think that humans will ever really trust wild elephants. Plus, they provide an important gameplay aspect where Elephants really have no natural predators. Once they get full size, there's nothing that can prey on them. But then, that's what humans are for. They provide a counterbalance in the game. So you kind of want to have that adversarial relationship with humans, because there's nothing else that will challenge an elephant except a overwhelming swarm of powerful lions or some kind of pack animal like hyenas. And the elephant probably needs to be sick too. The elephant would probably still win. Let's see what we're going to do here. We're going to put this one at, let's see, elephant. We're going to do one of these. Well, we'll do two. The rest are just going to be different types of elephants. Let's see here. Well, we need the babies, okay. Box turtle. I'm going to leave the turtle in for a second. Do one of each though. Don't need two. Alright, now the rest is just going to be different elephants with different tusk types. So let's add 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's our version 2. Here's our version 3. Version 4. 2 slots left. Version 5. And version 6. So we should see there's only one that I didn't put in, so we should see all of them here. I'll start off in the center, give it time to spawn. Kind of excited. My main game plan. Oh wait, can I see Komodo Dragon? Yep, in a second. I'm gonna put the Komodo Dragon on the screen. My main game plan for almost all games is to just lay and wait. So snakes, tortoises, and crocs will be like my main dudes. Those are going to be fun, I think. Well, I'm off to play some POT. See ya. Alright, see ya, Lord. See you later. Let's see how these elephants spawned out. Corpse spawned. Why can't POT do that? I figured out how to do the random corpse location so it doesn't spawn in the same place. And it's not going to stay there. Once that despawns, it's going to go to somewhere else randomly. They need to do that in Path of Titans. There's no reason not to do it. Oh, we only got a baby elephant so far. Gotta give it more time. There's one underwater? Yeah, these spawn locations are truly random. I can see it with my keen eyesight as Secretary Bird. Going in. Look at this. Never seen this before. A corpse spawned underwater. Totally unedible. Well, I shouldn't have actually been able to walk on the water, but I'll fix that. Come on, no elephants yet? Moving around at least. It's not moving. As you can see, we have the survival metrics working now because my bird's getting thirsty and hungry. Now it's time to actually go get some water. Version 2. We have different biomes we're testing out here. Here's the grasslands. Version 1. Time to get some water. And check on the elephants. Oh yeah, who wanted to see the Komodo dragon? It's kind of over here. I should do it when there's light. That's a Komodo dragon right there. Looks better when he's lit. These are the animal models that I'm working with. First, we'll get some water. Uh-oh. Don't know why, but I can't drink from the water. Oh, okay. Something's broke. I'm getting my water, but it's not doing the animation. I gotta fix that. There we go. Wonder why that happened. Gotta check my log. And here's a corpse to eat from. Yep, already full. Only vultures are going to be able to eat rotten corpses like that. But right now it's good for testing. Okay, it's frozen. I need to fix this. There we go. This one has small tusk. Must be version 2. Oh. Another one just fell from the sky. That one's a baby. Could fatten up that tusk a little bit. Alright, show me the next one. It's not moving. This one has no tusk. They're in the way of the spawner. Let's move it up higher. Damn it. Another baby. Anyway, so I think I'm going to call it here. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the stream today. Please leave your questions in the comments. If I didn't answer a question, just ask it and I will answer it back directly. Please let us know what animal you would like to play in this game and what features you might be interested in playing. Thanks so much. big announcement coming up next time we talk about the Great Circle. We'll be announcing a lot of the progress and the features that have been made for the game, as well as I believe we will basically be able to pretty much guarantee we're going to get a playable demo out by the end of this year. So we got 2 weeks to go. I'm really confident in making that deadline. Again, thanks so much for following the Great Circle. You can follow the Great Circle's official YouTube channel in the description below. If you wanted to support the game, we also have a link for you to do that as well. Please do. It'll help us, just make the game look even better. Appreciate it, guys. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever your creed, religion. All right, I'm out of here. Take care.